It focused on how Su Lingyan had worked tirelessly and selflessly for me, while accusing me of discarding her after using her. It essentially painted me as an ungrateful scumbag, and portrayed Su Lingyan as a tragic heroine. Perhaps because he was wary of Yan Mengyao, he never explicitly named the person I had supposedly cheated with. As I scrolled through it all, I felt nothing in particular. Only when I saw comments insulting Yan Mengyao did my expression turn cold. I silently added those people to my blacklist. Yan Mengyao glanced at me. "What's wrong?" "Nothing." I put away my phone and adjusted my expression. "I was just thinking about dealing with Susie later. I'm a little excited." Yan Mengyao looked at me for a long moment. She finally voiced the question that had been buried in her heart. "Did something happen between you and Su Lingyan in the blink of an eye?" My attitude toward Yan Mengyao and the Su family was like night and day, if not for the fact that my personality. "I can't tell you yet. Can you give me some time? After all, the fact that I died tragically and was reborn sounds far too absurd. Not to mention that in my first life, I was actually someone from ancient times." Even though Yan Mengyao and I had already crossed the final line, I still didn't have the courage to reveal everything now. Yan Mengyao wrapped her arms around my waist. "If you don't want to talk about it, then don't." What she really wanted to ask was whether, after my issues with Su Lingyan were resolved, I would stop wanting her. She feared she was just my backup plan, a tool I was using to get back at Su Lingyan. She was afraid that if everything returned to how it was before, she wouldn't be able to stop herself from locking me away. These past 2 days had been the happiest time of her life. If hope was given to her, only to be taken away, it would be no different from taking her life. After arriving at the company, I compiled the evidence of Su Lingyan's repeated embezzlement and posted it through the official account. I didn't add a single extra word. At that moment, Shen Bingbing knocked and entered, placing a document on my desk. "President Liu, this is Chairman Meng's share transfer agreement. It only needs your signature." I reviewed the contract and nodded approvingly. "Well done." Then I signed my name on the signature line. "Get the car ready." Shen Bingbing nodded. "President Liu, where are we going?" The corner of my lips curled upward. As Waxing Entertainment's newest shareholder, of course I'm going to greet everyone and get acquainted. Inside Waxing Entertainment's office, Suzy watched Lu Group's falling stock price with a smile. So what if he's a CEO? Doesn't he know how much influence I have in the entertainment industry? How dare he put on airs in front of me? I'll make his company go bankrupt. His assistant Xiao Qiao handed him a freshly brewed coffee. With a flattering smile, she said, "He dared to make me lose face in front of the company. I'll make him kneel in front of everyone in the entire company and apologize to me." The moment he finished speaking, the lounge door was slammed open. Su Lingyan stormed in with a furious expression. "Who told you to post this on Weibo?" Suzy froze. "Sis, I'm standing up for you. What's with that attitude? Lu Yan treated you like that. Are you still unwilling to make a move against him? Besides, I'm only teaching him a lesson. When he can't take it anymore and comes begging us, if I'm in a good mood, I'll let him off." Su Lingyan looked at him as if he were an idiot. "I don't know whether to call you naive or stupid. You think something this small can shake Lu Group, but Lu Group's stock price is already falling." As Suzy spoke, he saw the stock price on the screen suddenly stop falling and begin surging upward at twice the speed. His assistant Xiao Qiao turned pale. "Brother Z, quick, look at Weibo." What happened on Weibo? Wasn't everyone still cursing Lu Yan? Suzy grabbed his phone in panic and saw several explosive trending topics. The truth behind Suzy's sister's resignation. Parasitic siblings get what they deserve. Suzy's eyes widened. What the hell is all this? He clicked into one of the trending topics. The direction of the comments had completely reversed. Suzy actually has the nerve To post on Weibo and accuse someone, doesn't he realize where all that money went? The only reason he has his current status is because his sister embezzled company funds to buy resources and opportunities for him. Looking at the overwhelming criticism, Susie felt his hands and feet turn cold. How could this happen? The embezzlement was something that got you to where you are today. And yet you didn't even ask me first. You acted on your own. Susie realized he had made a huge mistake. Then, what should we do? Sis, let's release the fact that Liu Yan covered the missing funds for you. That would prove everything was voluntary and had nothing to do with us. Su Lingyan was so angry that her head hurt. Will you shut up already? After Liu Yan's clarification, people have already formed a first impression of him as someone endlessly tolerant of his girlfriend. Even if we release evidence that he covered our debts, it would only reinforce Liu Yan's image as a devoted lover. The one getting cursed will still be us. Susie panicked. Sis, aren't you going to help me? It wasn't easy for me to reach my current status. I don't want to leave the entertainment industry. Su Lingyan pinched the bridge of her nose. Everything her brother had today was built through her hard work. How could she possibly abandon him? Do this. Post a public apology. Say that you didn't know about my embezzlement. That way, at least, we can protect you. I'm just an ordinary person. I don't care if they curse me. Susie quickly nodded. Okay, I'll post it right away. However, just as he picked up his phone, the lounge door was pushed open again. The assistant to the director of artist management walked in. Mr. Su, this lounge no longer belongs to you. Please pack up your belongings and leave immediately. What? This time, not only was Susie stunned, but Su Lingyan also frowned deeply. What do you mean? Explain yourself clearly. The female assistant adjusted her glasses. If you don't believe me, go out and ask around. Su Lingyan's chest heaved violently. Only now did she realize how serious things had become. Susie held a high position among the company's artists. Yet no executives had come to discuss crisis management, so they had already decided to blacklist him? No, that couldn't be right. This matter wasn't serious enough for that. With proper PR, it could easily be handled. Remembering what the assistant had just said, she walked out of the lounge. As soon as she reached a corner, she saw a group of people gathered and gossiping. Have you heard? Susie got blacklisted. Serves him right. No wonder he had no powerful backing, yet had such great resources. That guy is such an ungrateful wolf. Exactly. But is this really enough to get him blacklisted? He's still hugely popular. He brings the company a lot of profit. Why would management be willing to dump him? Rumor has it, the company got a new shareholder. He directly ordered the blacklist. Hearing those words, Su Lingyan froze in place. A new shareholder, just as she wondered who it could be. A series of footsteps sounded behind her. Su Lingyan turned around, and her blood immediately boiled. A group of Waxing executives and shareholders were escorting two people toward them. Of the two being surrounded, one was Waxing's president, Feng Lidao. The other was me, the man who had fired her yesterday. Feng Lidao raised a hand. Allow me to introduce him. This is our company's new director, Mr. Liu Yan. Everyone, give him a warm welcome. The crowd immediately burst into applause. The employees exchanged glances, all wearing expressions of sudden realization. Just then, someone who clearly loved watching dramas stepped forward. From the front, isn't that Susie's sister and manager, Su Lingyan? As soon as those words were spoken, everyone's eyes turned toward Su Lingyan. Their gaze shifted back and forth between her and me. Su Lingyan stared at me without blinking. Do you really have to destroy us completely? Sensing the tension, Feng Lidao quickly waved his hand. Everyone, disperse. Get back to your work. Although everyone wanted to stay and watch. After a moment, only Su Lingyan and I remained. Destroy you completely. I savored the phrase and found it rather amusing. Your former position was given to you by me. Susie's current status was built by me. I'm merely taking back what belongs to me and returning everything to its starting point. How is that destroying you completely? Su Lingyan took a deep breath. What exactly happened? Lu Yan, you know what I'm asking. Even if I'm doomed, at least let me understand why. Before I could answer, Susie came running over. Sis. The moment he saw me, his expression changed instantly. It was you, wasn't it? The company wants to blacklist me. You were behind it. I let out a cold laugh. So, what if I was consumed by hatred? Susie screamed and lunged at me. I'll kill you. I didn't even blink. I grabbed his swinging arm and twisted it hard. A loud crack rang out, followed by Susie's agonized scream. I tossed him aside like a chicken. By the time Su Lingyan reacted, Susie was already sprawled on the floor. Ziz. Su Lingyan hurried over and helped him up, her gaze toward me icy to the core. I'll remember what happened today. I hope you won't regret it in the future. His eyes were filled with coldness. Regret? The thing I regret most is falling for her. And in doing so, I betrayed Yun Mengyao, who loved me so deeply. But fortunately, I still have a chance to make amends. After leaving waxing, I made a phone call. When the call connected, a somewhat rough voice came from the other end. Who is this? Hearing that voice again, I still felt a little uncomfortable. Su Mingwei, the only legitimate heir of the Su family, and Su Lingyan's half-brother. Who is this? If you're not going to talk, I'm hanging up. Su Mingwei. I called out his name. Su Mingwei was startled. Who are you? Who I am isn't important. I just want to remind you of something. Watch out for your father's illegitimate daughter. She's been trying to return to the Su family and fight you for the inheritance. Mr. Su, don't be too confident. In my previous life, even though Su Mingwei strongly opposed it, he still couldn't stop Su Lingyan's family of 3 from returning to the Su family. In this life, although they no longer have my help or the leverage to attract the Su family patriarch, I know Su Lingyan well. She won't stop until she gets what she wants. What do you mean by that? And who exactly are you? I hung up the phone and added the number to my blacklist. I'd already said everything I needed to say. If Su Mingwei still didn't stay alert, there was nothing I could do. At worst, I'd handle it myself. Directly across from the cafe stood a high-end private club. The outdoor viewing terrace on the second floor faced directly toward the cafe's transparent glass wall. Jia Wanning was discussing business with the person in charge of the Shenxi branch. A casual glance later, she suddenly stood up. What's wrong, Miss Jia? Li Jin, who was beside her, also turned to look at her. She immediately became alert. Jia Wanning stared fixedly at me. That man, LV Jianfeng, followed her gaze. Then he smiled and said, Miss Jia has been living in the imperial capital, so you may not know that he's far from an ordinary man. Jia Wanning was no longer in a hurry. She slowly sat down before asking how so. LV Jianfeng continued. Miss Jia may not know him, but you've surely heard of Lu Corporation. During his leadership, an artificial intelligence company emerged out of nowhere. Since its founding, the company has risen rapidly, and in just 3 years, its market expanded across most of the world. It became a leader in the AI industry. As someone at the center of the business world, Jia Wanning naturally knew about it. However, information online about the president of Lu Corporation was extremely scarce. There was neither a name nor a photo. People only knew that he was a man and seemed quite young. He mainly operated around Shenxi. Seeing Jia Wanning deep in thought, LV Jianfeng stopped keeping her in suspense. He is the president of Lu Corporation. This time, Jia Wanning was truly shocked. What? From LV Jianfeng's words, she had only assumed that the man held an important position at Lu Corporation. She had never expected him to be the president himself. Previously, when she heard he was young, she thought he would at least be over 30. But this man looked to be only around 20 years old. Or perhaps he simply looked young. If that was the case, then maybe she had mistaken him.